See the look on that lady's face? Yeah, that's the look I was expecting this October. Because tropical storms and hurricanes can be large individual events. We're looking at the entire month of October being crazy. Not only crazy, but like dark energy weird. This is talking about tornadoes. And I got to apologize because I've been doing this for like 6 years and 11 months. Bringing you guys THORnews and the truth and reminding y'all we need to work together. We need to build new cities, infrastructure. They're going to print a bunch of money in quantitative easing. We need to make sure that some of that goes to improving the future for all people. And it's been a big battle, man. I've been saying, hey, man, don't buy into the political bullshit. And remember, that's for almost 7 years. No matter who it was, just saying, man, they're going to try and divide and conquer you every way they can. Anywho, and so it's been a big battle, you know? And so tornadoes have been tearing through Dallas, Texas tonight. And it was a pretty electric event. Matt Lanza, the number of power flashes in this video is insane. In addition to the lightning. Power flashes are when Transformer goes out. It's like Transformers meets Fight Club, meets War Games, meets End of the World, and the day after tomorrow. Plus the book of Revelation in the Bible. It's crazy, man. It is late October 2019. Yeah, I definitely don't like tornadoes. Especially at night. Those are the things some nightmares are made of. Definitely the stuff that nightmares can be made of. Because this is like pure movie footage. As you have two twisters ripping through rock wall. And then you can only see them in the flashes, like excellent movie making. But this shit is real because tornadoes blow through Texas and Oklahoma and nowadays just about everywhere, really. Anywhere, shall we say. So yeah, the weather's changing, things are getting weird, and the next 10 days are still going to be extreme atmospheric instability, weird wild weather. And remember, this shit's going to continue for like increasing for about 2 and 3 more years, and then we'll start to hopefully trend down and return to semi-normal after about 6 years. Based on the alignment of the planets and the solar minimum conditions. Although the next solar maximum is going to be exciting. I think definitely. People say no, but that's an opinion thing. You take your guesses. So, yep, that's the guess I'm taking. This next solar maximum is going to be super exciting. But yeah, so this storm, and as has been the tradition for about 2 or 3 years now, that any major storm that produces tornadoes has the ability to produce tornadoes throughout the entire life of its storm span. This is very important for the people out east. Because, you know, this storm is going to continue to push on east. And so you can see there's some red left in Texas. Then you get some in Arkansas. Then up through like Tennessee, Minnesota, maybe. And so, and, you know, and lately we've been seeing some tornadoes up in the Northeast, even in New York. Not necessarily a city, but, you know, the whole state isn't a freaking city, man. It's a big city, but not the whole state. Okay. And so, and then, you know, a lot of Canada's getting a lot of the heavy, and then we've got our next storm coming in after that. And remember, tropical storm that was never a Hurricane Nestor just passed through and is coming back to hook up with this storm. That's Nestor right there, and Nestor dropped hellacious amounts of rain. There were no wind problems as it was lopsided the whole time, getting hit with high pressure, keeping its intensity down, but it's still going to do some weird shit where it hooks back around and then hooks up with this giant storm, and what's what we call a Quetzalcoatl storm. So we're back to like the Quetzalcoatl wave after wave after wave. faith. And so we're going to see multiple storms in this range, for the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. And conditions are going to get pretty bad in some places. For sure. For sure. Did I mention I've been sleeping for 2 days? Yeah, I've been exhausted. Hopefully you've been following Cranky Weather Guy. I think he's been covering it pretty decently. As he always does. Did I mention I've been sleeping for 2 days? Let's do it again? Crap. Okay. But so yeah, we can see there's still a lot of moisture rolling around. Wait, what is the date on this? Yeah. Why is it lagging behind? See how it only goes to the 20th? It's usually not that far behind. Anyway, but so you're getting the clashing of the temperatures. You got a big cool thing coming down, I believe. All right, so these are kind of your wind events that are happening now. And then wind gusts. And see, watch as Nestor moves out. It goes right, or east. It's what we call it in the States. And then he's supposed to turn back and meet up with that storm, which here has it just going north. But notice how he's still kind of just hanging out. Then you're getting a weird wind field thing over here. Yeah, what was up with you, GFS? That sucked. All right, let's try this. Sluggish, lethargic. I don't feel sick, just exhausted. Does anybody else out there feel like that? But like I've been saying for a while, yeah, October's going to be really stormy, and then you get another possible Santa Ana event on the West Coast on Wednesday. But what I meant to show you was, for now anyways, here comes winter in October. So yeah, the tornado is a result of the thermal clash that is happening between the tropical moisture and air and the Canadian polar divot that's pivoting southeast. And so they're fighting. And in the middle, you're getting the super atmospheric nastiness. And so that will kind of continue, but probably won't be as bad unless this tries to pinpoint down into the southeast. But something to keep our eyes on. But that is definitely some heavy snow, ice, and mixed precipitation events that's going to be starting. And I wouldn't close the book on actual hurricane season until the middle of November. Because even though this part, the Northwest, is going to be colder, the Southeast is still going to remain anomalously hot. So you're going to get anomalously cold and then anomalously hot and then really clashy weather in the middle. See that? So that is Monday, 12 hours from now. We got some heavy rain events coming through the middle of America, the United States of America. And it will move along the southeast coast with heavy rain coming through the Midwest too, and the north central. And then you might get some heavy ass winds up through the Dakotas. And then on east in Canada as well. I mean, that's a land hurricane, bro. You know? Like, what pressure was there? We're getting to like 985. That is a Category 1 hurricane over land, man. So that's pretty major. And then you get the really crazy Azores high, which is kept hurricane season decently at bay this year. Like, you get the moisture trying to wrap around it. Like I said, when you have your cold fighting the heat, and you get your moisture working in between and going to the path of least resistance. And so it's going to be a pretty stormy, floody period. So it's like this part will be going through August, and then this part will be going through like January. That's my guess. And so, but we'll have to watch for some wild spin-ups. And then the blue starts moving heavy. That's 984. That's another land hurricane. So you're going to be getting some heavy wind events. We're going to be getting some good blizzards this year, I think. Although I would guess they're going to be mixed. And there's our pink, which is really dangerous. Because when ice just falls out of the sky in semi-liquid form, that's dangerous for everybody. Except for that one snowman guy that's in the Santa Claus movie that's animated. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. As we can see, the line of the big fight between the thermal clashing will take place in South and Central Texas through Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Nebraska. And look at that. So yeah, that's heavy rain and flooding. But this has been the tradition there's a new thing this year that saved us during hurricane season. Is that notice how the actual rain gets separated from the low, and that prevents it from being any type of a monster storm. This is a new trend, and let us hope that it continues. Because like if all that moisture stayed there, these storms would pack more of a punch. But somehow, mysteriously, they've been being separated all year, which is from a planetary defense commander. That's great news. So we got new defense skills. I love that. Now if we could just learn to get along. Anyway, so yeah, to close out, and probably a week or two into November, it's going to be really stormy. So let's try and do our best to be prepared, stay aware, and then ease into a really great Thanksgiving. Although, I got a feeling things are going to be weird on the 26th-ish. And then the 30th is Devil's Night, and then you got Halloween. And then we get into the month of thanks. So, it's Scorpio season. Scorpio season is weird, bro. And I love you, and hopefully I'll get some pep back in my step. And I'll talk to you guys in the near future whenever lightning strikes. And lightning being inspiration. God bless everyone.